Hello, everyone. My name is Nicole Pringle, and I'm the president of Gullah Business of Charleston. And we have the vice president here, Tiffany Savage.
Hello.
And we have an exciting feature today. We have Ardean Miller Marbley, and she's of Mah Melanin. And I know you've seen it. I've seen it all over social media. And her products are located in Lowe's, Hallmark Mahogany, and Sam's Club. She's here to talk all about her business. Thank you so much for coming on. If you could just tell us about your brand, we're so excited about this.
Yes, yes. I'm super excited for being here. Thank you all for having me here. Our brand, we are known for our accurately represented gift wraps. So our products are sold online on Sam's Club. It's sold in Sam's Clubs, Hallmark Mahogany, and Lowe's. And we are the first Black-owned brand to actually partner with those different retailers in the gift wrap category. So Mahmelanin is a brand that's all about accurate representation, not just any representation, because we hear the verbiage representation matters. And it does until it's the wrong type of representation. Then it matters a different way, right? So our brand is all about accurate representation so that people of color can see themselves reflected beautifully and accurately and see the true beauty and magic that they have. We want to be able to highlight that in our products to give a feel good sense of just a sense of belonging and feeling good, and also of self-love and empowerment. So that is what my melanin is all about. That's just a tad bit about our brand.
I love the word representation. And so, with representation and diversity, how do you pick your designs?
So actually, the designs are quite easy to pick because we pull from our environment. We pull from those individuals who are around us. We may pull from our community, people within the culture. We pull from the culture. We are a part of the culture. So that is basically how we choose our designs. We've gotten so many inquiries asking us, hey, do you that design looks like my grandson. Like I literally had someone that sent me an inbox and she's like, have you met my grandson before? And I'm like, no, I've never met your grandson. She's like, are you sure? Because that is the exact replica of my grandson. And my answer to her was, well, that means we're doing something right. So no, the design is not your grandson, but he represents everyone within the Black and Brown community. And we want individuals, as I mentioned earlier, to be able to see themselves in our characters. So it's doing what it's supposed to do.
It is. It really is because growing up, I would have loved to seen anyone that had like my complexion or someone I could relate to on some gift wrapping paper or anything. We just started getting the dolls later, but that means so much. I'm curious to know your background before you started My Melanin.
Um, so actually we'll start with that. My educational background, I started reading at a very young age. My mom taught me how to read. So like when everyone was in pre-K, I was already able to do my sounds and sight words. Back then, pre-K, everyone was only playing, but my mama already had given me the solid foundation. So I actually have a degree in computer information systems, 2 degrees in business, and I have a master's in engineering. And all of that is good, right? It helps me with time management, just understanding certain things within business and research. But really, my background that really played an intricate role within my melanin is where I was raised. And I was raised in the hood. And I like to say I'm just that girl from the hood with a dream that turned it into a reality. And truly, that is the foundation of my background for this business, because that has actually taught me perseverance, not giving up when someone says no, making a way out of no way, finding a way, an alternate route to get to that goal. So yeah, that background right there is what really set it off for my melanin, because now everything that I learned growing up in the hood using that foundation, I literally took all of that and put it into my melanin to help with its success. So when we went to certain manufacturers and we were told basically we aren't good enough, that didn't deter me, and I didn't believe it, because people have been telling us that our whole lives. So I
Mhm.
didn't believe it because I know it's not true, right? So what did I do? I found an alternate. I found another manufacturer who understood the mission, who understood the goal, and who also believed in the beauty of melanated cultures, right? So
Mhm.
not I took all of that, not that no didn't deter me. Not being able to figure things out didn't deter me. Why? Because I had that strong foundation growing up in the hood of trying to figure things out and make a way out of no way. So
Mhm.
that didn't deter me. All of that just put in to my melanin and helped us to keep going and going and going and pushing until we got to the point that we are at now.
Wow.
And we're
Wow.
going to continue to apply those same things, because we want everyone to know and understand that you can literally use your environment and turn it around into something that's so huge and impactful if you just know how to take those things and infuse it in a good way within your mission, your goal, or your dream. That's
Oh,
what we did.
wow. And what year did you start?
So we actually went live in 2020. So
Mm.
this is a story in itself, because our Santa, we actually set it off with our Santa in 2020, but the Santa was developed in 2018.
Mm.
Okay. And in 2018, we were looking for actual manufacturers. And at that time, we couldn't really, or I couldn't really settle on a manufacturer. I didn't feel that they were the one for us for several reasons. And then I was like, golly, I don't even know if this is going to happen, because I can't find the manufacturer. And I set it down. And I
Mm.
set it down. And then in 2019, and I tell everybody, this is not, my melanin is not Ardean's business. My melanin is God's business. I literally just take it and click and clack and go in a direction and in the lane that He tells me to go.
Mhm.
And He always sets the path ahead of time for me, right? So when I sat down for that short period of time and couldn't find the manufacturer, or I thought I couldn't, what He did at that time, He was educating me through all, and I didn't even realize it. He was educating
Mhm.
me. He was preparing me for public speaking. He was preparing me to be able to research certain areas and understand certain lingo. And I didn't realize that. And then in 2019, He said, pick it up. And
Mm.
so when He said, pick it up, I picked it up in January, because this was the end of 2019. In January, I remember picking it up and going in with my ink pen, and I started setting deadlines. By this date, I need a manufacturer. By a certain date, I needed samples. By another date, and don't get me wrong, I missed some of the deadlines, but I was working towards the goal. I didn't miss the deadlines because I was just stagnant, right? I needed to
Mhm.
make the right decisions. And lo and behold, when I found the manufacturer, it ended up being the manufacturer I found 2 years before.
Mm. Wow.
Wow.
And
Won't he do it?
and it was a great match. It was so much of a great match that when I reached out to the manufacturer and we spoke, we instantly meshed. So
Mm.
from that point, I remember receiving in May or April my samples. And then I remember in June receiving my first set of gift wrap. And then I remember going live in August. And I remember in November getting 300 orders in one day.
Wow.
Then I remember calling them up and saying, we need to help her make another design for this year real quick. And that's when we came out with the remix design the same year, because I only had one design. It was doing so well. And then that same year, so in November, 300 orders in one day. In December, we actually won the Making It with Lowe's contest and beat so many different businesses out, and our gift wrap was then carried the following year on Lowe's website. But then after December, later that year, we were featured by Master P and Denise Boutique. And then later, Teddy Riley referred us. And then later, we were finalists on QVC, The Big Find, and it just kept going and going and going.
And it kept going.
But
wow.
It's because of the passion, and it's not running from my foundation and my surroundings that I grew up in. It's embracing it and then infusing the business with all of those positive things, right, within that business. And it's God. He really do order my lane and my steps.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is powerful. That is powerful. I knew God was going to be speaking on this line.
That's why all that stuff was happening in the beginning.
Yes.
Yep.
I knew it was. We have recently Reggie Kelly that came on, and this is how God streamlines stuff. Again, these are nuggets of wisdom, not only for people that's going to watch this later on, but for us too as well. Mr. Reggie Kelly of Kayvan Foods came on, and he said that your gifts are not only for you, what God gives you, but for other people.
That part.
He told us that. And then we had another person on, Adrian Lockett, and he said, sometimes you have to know. He said a man of God told him this. He said, when you're delayed, it does not mean denial. So with that being said, God was just orchestrating stuff behind the scenes. So anybody watch this, take that. She just told you.
That's right. That's right. And God blesses those who are not selfish. Like he gives his blessings to those that he know will share it with the world. And this is something that I tell my kids and my family members, like they hear me say that all the time. I truly believe that the blessing came because he knows I would give everything away that I can to help everyone. My heart is sincere and I truly care about the people. I cared about the people before the brand. I was active in my community as a young girl before the brand, all the way up to the brand, even now with the brand and after the brand. So I really do believe that. I really believe that.
Look at God. And that story is just inspirational too. I love the whole part that everything that you needed, you already had it. It was just the time, just to unlock it. It's just the timing. Because he works like that. And you must have already been.
Yeah.
You can't see it. Yeah. You must have already been in our questions. You said you didn't look at it, but you must have already
been. Yeah, because I'm like, because I had to look a couple times.
I did not, but I like to really, so a lot of times I don't speak about my degrees. That's important. But the importance for all of those, because there's so many people who don't have degrees, right? The importance is that what I truly pulled from, what the solid foundation of my melanin, where it came from, was the environment where I grew up in, that environment. And the tenacity from that environment helped to build the foundation of my melanin. So regardless, with the degrees, without the degrees, you have to find that solid thing to pull from. And let me tell you, there are so many of us that done grew up in those type of environments that have that same foundation, but don't realize it because the noise and the stereotype, it kind of get in the way, right? It's noise. And it kind of distracts from the fact that we can pull from that. It distracts from the strength. It distracts from the resilience. It distracts from the perseverance, the never giving up, to keep going. It distracts from all of that. But when we pull that right back in, we realize, ooh, woo, we got all we need.
It's always there. Sometimes you
It's
just don't pay
always
attention to it,
there.
but it's always
It's
there. Or
there.
and it circles back every time. So it's like, wait, it was here the whole time. Yeah. Oh
It's there,
wow.
man. It's there.
I have
It's
a
that
question.
pressure.
Go ahead.
It's that
Go ahead.
pressure that gives it. No,
I
I
just
was
want
just saying it's the pressure that gives it because you don't know
yeah,
what you can handle until you're under pressure. You don't
yeah.
never know because
Sometimes you gotta
But
go through
we've been
stuff.
under pressure.
Mm-hmm.
We've been under pressure for a while. We've been
Mm-hmm.
handling and handling it.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I have a question. So you started, so Lowe's picked it up first.
Yes.
And how was that when you walked into Lowe's and you see your products there?
So our products were sold online at Lowe's.
Okay.
So we weren't sold in the physical stores in Lowe's, but I mean, it's still equally as exciting
Yeah.
because online, so it's really great being in stores. I love it. But also online, everyone can purchase from anywhere and they're not just
Anywhere.
limited to the store, right? And so I remember getting that first sale. My mama, first person I always call, Mom. Still call my mama for everything. We did it. We made the sale. And so it was just I can't even put words because it's not that I didn't feel like I was worthy. It was like, wow, these big old brands and retailers are starting to learn our name, a small town girl like us. It was more like that, right? And it was so exciting because not only could we sell from our site, we now seen that that same love transitioned over to the site of the retailers and our customers there. So it was just so inspiring. It was motivational. It motivated us to keep going and to know that we were moving in the right path. So very exciting and surreal. Very exciting and
Could
surreal.
imagine that. Oh
And
my.
and not wanting to let anyone down.
Oh.
I struggle with that a lot. Being vulnerable. And girl, here I am, girl, in these Facebook and these social media streets, crying on every interview. But I really care about people, and I just don't want to let anyone down. I've never wanted to let my parents down. I've never wanted to let my husband and my kids down. I don't want to let my customers down. And it feels so good to know that I have not. And that's one of the driving factors too. I don't want to let my people that believe in me down,
Mm.
but they also motivate me as well. So that's that push for me to keep going. But yeah, that
Oh,
that's that's my that's my transparent moment. I just don't want to let anyone down. They believe in my melanin. They believe in
yeah.
what we're pushing out, and I can't let them down.
No, no, they're gonna stick beside you just because of just being
Mhm.
authentic and being
Yeah,
real and just I'm so
yeah,
excited that I can go into a store, I can go online and I can
Mhm.
purchase what you created and I
yeah,
can feel good about that, you know? That
yeah,
means a lot.
yeah. I made a promise to my family, right? When we first got the account with Sam's, it was like, oh my goodness, I just fell out really, and we did so good. So we've been Sam's partners going on this is 4 Christmases. I like to count Christmases. So we actually sold for 3 Christmases online. So this is our first Christmas in club. But throughout that time online, I promised my family that they would be able to walk in the same Sam's Club that we have shopped in and be able to point to the product and say, that's my daughter's product. That's our family product. I promised
Mm.
them that. And girl, that was a big old promise. But I tell you, this year, I was able to fulfill that promise. And there's a video on social media going around and it says, shop my melanin. And you see myself and all of my family members standing around that bin. That was me
Mm.
fulfilling my commitment that we are going to walk into that particular store and be able to say that's our family products. So
Wow.
we actually did that, and that was so good. And I'm just happy to announce that before Thanksgiving, we're already sold out in that Sam's Club.
Wow.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
That's so
I
That's
already sold
amazing.
out, and we have so many more. We have about 3 or 4 that's scheduled to sell out shortly. It's still available, as I mentioned earlier, it's available on Sam's Club website, an entire 4-pack for $19.98.
Oh,
We
great.
are close to selling out of some of the designs, so anyone interested may want to try to, get in there and make that purchase soon.
So we're big on words of affirmation because we believe whatever you speak in the atmosphere, you touch and agree. That's what it's gonna be. You just walk into it. So with that being said, we always ask every single person that we feature, what are 3 words that describe what they are doing in their field? In your case, what are 3 words describe your business and representation when it comes to gift wrapping? Um, and why would you choose that? Choose those words.
Evergreen. Mahmelanin is going to be an evergreen brand that can be seen by yourself, your grandkids, my grandkids, and more generations to come. Um, I want to also say Mahmelanin can be seen as a barrier breaker
Mm.
because we are intentionally breaking barriers to create new entry points for other businesses in retail. And the third one is foundation and environment. Pulling from, Mahmelanin is all about embracing your foundation, embracing those things that have been viewed as negative and turning it around to something that's positive and so impactful in your life and in the lives of others that give them the motivation and the will to go after their dreams, to go after their goals, and to never give up and to never feel like you're not enough, and to understand that whatever you need, you already have is there, and you
Mm.
just have to believe in yourself. You just have to remove the noise and trust in yourself and know what you have within and pull it out. Once you do that, you'll be a bad mamma jamma.
Well, you
So,
guys all heard it first.
yeah,
Please
Oh, I
make
would.
sure to buy my melon. I know I'm gonna
yeah,
go up there right now
Yeah,
after we
I
get
gotta go
off.
purchase some
yeah.
stuff.
We're gonna be on the Today Show.
Mhm.
So be on the lookout for that. I think the date is December 9th, but our gift wrap will be featured on the Today Show. Super excited about that. And we are moving into licensing our brand. So that's some more information that we haven't really released as much yet.
And I know it's like it's gift wrapping is because that we're talking about it because it's that time of year, but there's other things that your
Yes.
website offers. I see
Mhm.
backpacks,
Yeah.
travel bags,
This is one of our
you
blankets.
know, you got the home living, you have all that stuff there. So you could just
Yeah.
get
This
all
is
your
one of
Christmas
our
stuff.
blankets.
So
Look at that.
beautiful. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah. So we have gift wrap. We have all occasion gift wrap. We have holiday gift wrap. We have Santa sacks, blankets. We have backpacks and travel bags, all accurately representing the beauty of African American, Black, and Brown culture.
That is so dope. It really is. Oh, I'm like, oh, money, money, money.
I know, but I just love the reason why the gift wrap just sits different is because if you think about it symbolically, we're wrapped all the way around the gift. So it's like,
Right?
there you go.
No matter where
Yeah,
you turn it, you can see
You can
what
that's
that
see
look
it.
right.
like, you. Oh,
That's
that's
right.
awesome.
That's right. Yeah, and we have actual several designs available. Here is one of our Christmas designs. It comes in a 4-pack at Sam's, and this paper is thick. I don't know if you can really hear it, but
Oh, look, the family. Oh, I like that one.
well, this one represents, let me go this way.
Got some love, black love there. You got the family.
So this one represents home for the holidays, right? So when families come home for the holidays, you know, they're sharing time, eating at the table, dancing,
I like
and
that.
then kids are opening gifts. So I really love this design. It's really representative of that. It comes also with in a pack with a nativity theme. It comes in a pack with this design, which is Santa and Mrs. Claus just relaxing after a successful, can you see it?
Yes, that's so pretty. Oh my goodness.
Oh, I like that one too.
Yeah,
I know
and
that's like a
the
cousin at
elves.
the tree.
And we have the elves. Can you see that?
Wow.
Wow.
So yeah, and so the cool thing is that Mrs. Claus and Santa actually wears a gold chain.
Got to keep
Cause
it real.
you know what
Mhm.
accurate representation, the Santas that walk in our household, they have
Mhm.
a little swag, and our Santa has S shoes. He doesn't have boots because there's a little swag that's in the culture. And so that's what our brand is all about. We also offer gift wrap for all occasions,
That's
Oh,
for
nice too.
weddings,
I like
anniversaries,
that.
bridal showers. So we have this design that comes with 3 other designs, and that's also available on Sam's website for $19.98 for all 4.
Wow.
And it's like 50 square feet a roll. So it's 200 square feet in total. So all of these come like within that 4-pack.
Oh, that's great. I
Yeah.
wonder if people don't even want to rip them up when they have to open them.
I
No,
know.
they really don't want to rip it open, but the good thing is it's so thick. So once they open it, some people try to save it.
Yeah, I figured
Like
that. Like
that good
somebody's trying to
gift
save that.
bag. Yeah, like that gift bag
Mhm.
that your mama say, look, give me that gift bag when you finish. I like that
Mhm.
gift bag. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So a lot of
That's
people
me.
like to save it.
That's me and Bose. Me all day.
Yeah, like you want that bag?
Mm,
Let me take it off your hand.
So we
that's
want to thank
me.
you so much for coming on. We're super excited about what you're doing. We love it. I absolutely love it. Love it. How can our followers reach you, purchase, all the good stuff?
Yes, they can actually follow us by following hashtag Melanin on all social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and LinkedIn. They can make purchases of our gift wrap from Sam's Club online, select Sam's Club, also from Mahmelanin's website and Hallmark Mahogany's website. They can always inbox us as well.
Thank you again. It's been another feature. It's been another feature with Gullah Business of Charleston. Again, thank you again for joining us. Please make sure you support and buy Mah Melanin. Go to her website, go ahead and follow her and find out more of her products. And we hope to see you soon. And thank you again for joining us on this. This was so amazing. This was so amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you for
Thank you so
having
much.
me.
Thank you. Everyone, please make sure you follow and make sure you like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you all for watching.